Good evening, everyone. How are you all tonight? Yes, another edition of Wise Women Slay. And tonight, which is Tuesday night, we have a lady that's going to represent our 60 group, over 60. And her name is Pam Wise. So, Pam, how are you tonight?
I'm well, Nina. How are you?
I'm good. So, if
Great.
you don't mind telling us, how over 60 are you?
I do not mind, and I am 65 this year, this past April, as a matter of fact.
Really?
Yes, I
Praise
made it.
God. You made it. You
Made
made it
it.
to that milestone year.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And as I told you guys, even in previous recordings and things, this whole week is to talk to women, to fellowship with women regarding being a woman of age, being a woman who's wise, a woman that embraces who they are at this stage of their life, that they grow in wisdom, stature, knowledge, as I said, and it's not afraid of it because a lot of women, I'm sure you know, Pam, are afraid to age. I don't
Hmm.
know if it's the stigma we have in this society, probably so, or what they've seen. I don't know, but just like I did last night, I talked to the women, the over 50 individual. So we're going to talk to you about those same questions that we talked to her about. And we're going to have a different perspective, I'm sure, because there's a difference between 50 and 60.
Hmm.
And so, Miss Pam, here's those questions. And just feel candid, however you want to express yourself. And then we'll talk a little bit about you and what you do, if you don't
Ready?
mind. Okay. So, Miss Pam, question number one: how did you feel on your 50th, excuse me, your 60th birthday? How did turning 60 make you feel?
I felt absolutely wonderful. And I say wonderful in the sense of physically well. Physically well. On my 60th birthday, I didn't have to, thank the Lord, get up and go to the medicine cabinet and take a lot of pills. As a matter of fact, I took none. I did not have any medications on my 60th birthday. So physically, I felt absolutely wonderful. Emotionally, I felt great. I was happy. I was excited. I was glad to be alive and glad to be who I was on that day.
On that day?
So it wasn't on oh woe is me type of birthday at all. I was glad to have made it to see six.
Okay, okay, okay. So when you say I'm glad to have made it, was there some things that you weren't sure about, or did you have any family members, friends that really made you feel that way, or was none of that a factor?
Well, when I say I'm glad I made it, uh, I'm thinking back 30 years
Okay.
when I was in my early 30s. Um, Things didn't look very promising.
Okay, okay, okay,
Because I was not making healthy choices.
okay.
20s and 30s. I was
Mhm.
not making healthy choices at that time in my life at all.
Okay.
And so 31, 32, my mind started to turn around. I had that aha moment. I need to do this right. And so at that time, I gave my life to Christ, and things really did turn around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so just looking back in your earlier years and now realizing what you where you could have been
Mm-hmm.
and reaching a milestone year, you're happy,
Absolutely.
excited, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you told us that you are 65.
Mhm.
So let's just talk a little bit about from age 60 to 65. Have you seen some transitions, some things that have happened maybe at age 61, 2, 3, up to 5? Any things pivotal, could you say or no or
No, nothing pivotal. They have been good years. They have been very good years. Still making good choices. Um, nothing, nothing explosive has happened to turn my mindset from nothing has changed me from that. No, and I see the world. Oh, trust me, I see the world. I go out and I see how people respond to, I don't know the word old people, such as myself,
Mhm.
and most especially young people. Too many young people today have little to no respect for mature people, and that does not sway how good I feel
Okay.
about who I am at this age. That does not sway it at all. No.
Okay. Okay. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. Question number two. How old were you? Now, this may not be within that 60-year-old range. I'm just asking you
Mhm.
as an individual. How old were you when you felt like you had to fight back against getting older? Do you recall that?
That is hmm question. I have never felt like I've had to fight back against getting older.
Okay.
Again, uh, I have good health, and I'm so grateful for that. Some people might debate with me, but I think I'm in my right mind. Some people might question that.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
But so I have good health. I'm in the right mind. Again, I see the climate of our times in this country. But even with what's going on in this world, I have never felt like I needed to fight back against coming to a mature age.
Okay.
You know how we sometimes say, if I knew then, if I knew now, and no, if I knew then what I know now.
Mm-hmm.
If I knew then what I know now. Here's how I see that. I know now. Then it's just that. I can't do anything about that. But I know now. And so, knowing what I know now, I can embrace my now and I can embrace what is to come. So, I've never had that, even with the gray hairs, I've
Mm-hmm.
never had that thought of, I need to fight back against coming into mature years.
Okay.
Um, with the added weight that comes at this age, now that I don't like.
Maybe that was your own fighting back, but I think that's in anybody's.
That part right there, I want to fight.
You fighting all the time, right?
That right. That's the fight right there.
Right. That's the fight. That's the fight.
Um, other than that, other than the pounds and my goodness, I hate the pounds. But other than that, I've never felt like I needed to fight back
Fight
against
back.
coming into mature years. I've embraced it always.
Okay, that's good because a lot of women, and me included, fought back by keeping my hair colored,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that. And I know we got plenty of women that will say that, no, girl, I'm not ready. So
Yeah.
that's probably a sign of fighting back because they are
Mm-hmm.
not ready to accept that. But that's
Mm-hmm.
good that you didn't experience that. So great,
Yeah.
great. All right, question three. At what age did your family start thinking of you as an older person? Or at what age did you start thinking of yourself as an older person? So let me say that again, maybe. Um, like maybe your family members or those that are younger than you may have even said the words, "Hey, you're old," or something along those lines that uh, that question was that dialogue, or even just the, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You're too old." um, do you recall at what point, or did that happen?
It did, and it still does.
Okay. Okay.
It still does. And I would say early 60s, 61, 62, my children especially,
Okay.
in conversation, it's like, Mom, people don't say that anymore. People
Okay.
don't know little things like, oh, that's hip. Who says hip? I still say hip.
Right, right,
They're like, Mom, nobody says that anymore. Well, I do.
right.
And uh, uh, 60s is when my children started to realize, Mom, that's black and white. Nobody watches black and white anymore. You know what? I do. I understand black and white programs.
Right, right, right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. And then, so I live here in Indianapolis and I have siblings in Richmond, Virginia. And over the years, I haven't been home as much as I, used to travel. I don't travel as much as I used to. So the last time I went home, where'd all of that come from? So I get a lot of comments from family members that they recognize my
Okay.
age,
Okay. Okay.
and it doesn't bother me. I still embrace it.
Yeah, you still embrace it. You
Yeah,
earned those years, haven't you?
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He said, "Ooh, I know that's right." Okay, we'll go on to our last question. Tell me, at age 60, 65, what's your biggest takeaway? Uh, what's your
Ah,
biggest takeaway so far?
that's a good question. And I think my biggest takeaway at this season, at this stage in life, is to remember to look back to the next generation.
Okay.
Look back at the younger generation because they got next. They got next. I have two daughters, and I have several young women that I mentor.
Mhm.
And I remind myself and I remind them often, when I close my eyes, you got next. Now it's my responsibility to pour into you, but it is your responsibility to grab hold of what I give you. And I like to say, put your own swag. Nobody says swag anymore, but I still do.
Right, same here.
Put your own swag to it.
Yeah.
And likewise, look out for the next generation. So at this stage in the game, that's my takeaway. Don't forget the upcoming generation. Pour into them. Pour into them. As long as I'm able to, and as long as they'll listen, I will
Mhm.
pour and just do my part to help them so that when they get here, you see, they'll be better prepared
Mhm. Mhm.
and they'll make
Yeah.
healthy choices along the way.
Yeah. 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 That's good. That's good because that's one of the things we're going to be talking about in our last session, which is on Friday, is leaving legacy.
Ah,
I mean, that is something that's so important,
it is.
that's in our minds, that we are not only just leaving the famous recipe that you might give, but giving solid wisdom,
Yeah,
solid things that you've experienced that can help them navigate through life more successfully. So,
that's it. That's
yeah,
it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I appreciate you. Thank you for those answers. As a woman of 65 years old, I
Yeah.
really appreciate that. And I'm grateful that you have not been, you've embraced it. And, that's what I want our women to embrace, our going forward years,
Mhm.
not looking back on it or looking at it as a dull time, but an exciting time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So tell us about who is Miss Pam Wise? Who are you?
Am I?
Yeah.
Uh, I am one happy person, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
I am one who enjoys life. Uh, I am mother, uh, I am grandmother, sister, auntie, uh, got a lot of people in my life, and they make life worth living. Have several things going on. I am endeavoring to be an authoress. I'm taking a stab at writing a book, and
Okay.
that's pretty good. Let me also say that I stepped into retirement this year. Yeah.
Wonderful.
So yes, indeed, I'm really embracing that. Really.
Okay.
And so just trying my hand at writing a book. I have been overseeing a women's ministry, the Daughters of Sarah, for 26 years now. And
Okay.
so going forward with the Daughters of Sarah, I got a lot of things. I wear a lot of hats. I'm doing a lot of things. I'm helping one of my granddaughters uh, launch her YouTube channel. And so that's pretty exciting. She's 8 years old, and
Okay.
she's doing this YouTube channel called Real Princesses Pray. And that's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, it's a lot that I got going on. I do a lot of work in ministry. As I said, I have several young women that I mentor, and pulling from their lives and my experience with that book that I write is centered on that Titus 2, that the older women shall teach
Teach the
the younger
younger.
women. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I am really living that. I'm really
Mm-hmm.
living that. And I want to write about it from my perspective.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
That's a part of what wise women say. That's one of our mantras is to follow Titus 2. Because again, we talk about legacy, and I love the fact that you and your granddaughter
Yeah.
are doing the YouTube channel. In fact, ladies, I've actually visited her daughter's YouTube channel. She is fantastic. I'm just like blown away at her the way she speaks. Her mind is just it's just amazing. I'm thinking like, am I listening to an 8-year-old? She sounds like a 15-year-old. I mean, she is very intelligent.
Bless you.
Yeah, yeah. And she knows her stuff. I love how she put together the Skittles, how she did that to help her remember and maybe others remember. I used the color yellow for one group of people to pray
Mhm.
for, and the red and the all the colors of
Rainbow
Skittles.
prayers.
Yeah, rainbow
Yeah.
prayer.
Little prayers, yeah.
So, yeah, so I mean, ladies, I need you to check out Miss Pam Wise. You are on Facebook.
Yes.
Okay, so check out Miss Pam Wise on Facebook. I don't know if her page is personal, but if you like what she's saying tonight, maybe you all can be friends. Do you have a web page for Daughters of Sarah or a Facebook
We're
page?
revamping. We
You're
are
revamping.
revamping. Yes.
Okay, okay. Well, what I'll do is since not Sarah, Pam and I are good friends. When she revamps, I'll make sure everybody knows and gets connected with her like that. We'll just do it like that.
Absolutely.
So,
Thank you.
yeah, yeah. So, again, ladies, I'm grateful that we got together tonight with Miss Pam Wise, and she shared her perspective in the 60-year-old category. Got a lot of things going on in her personal life. You've given us some insight. I appreciate what you imparted to us tonight. And so just thank you again, and we'll see you soon.
All righty. Thank you again. This is a wonderful thing you're doing. Keep it up.
Thank you so much. I shall until my eyes shut too. Good night.
All righty, sweetheart. Good night. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Uh-huh.